July 1863. The American Civil War reaches its breaking point. Robert E. Lee, the invincible Confederate commander, pushes his army of Northern Virginia deep into Pennsylvania. His objective is clear: threaten Washington, D.C., and force the North to surrender. For the Union, it is a moment of pure desperation. Neither side planned to fight at Gettysburg, but on a hot July morning, Confederate infantry looking for supplies stumbles into Union cavalry. The skirmish explodes. By evening, the Union army is driven through the town, but they retreat to the heights, a series of hills that would soon become a graveyard. General George Meade arrives to find his Union troops dug in along a fishhook defensive line. From Culp's Hill to the rocky summit of Little Round Top, the North holds the high ground. Lee knows if he can break the flanks, he can destroy the Union army once and for all. On the second day, the hills become an inferno. The peach orchard, the wheat field, and the Devil's Den all turn into slaughterhouses. At Little Round Top, the 20th Maine runs out of ammunition. In a moment of madness, they fix bayonets and charge down the hill, stopping a Confederate breakthrough by mere inches. The Union line holds, but it is slick with blood. July 3rd brings the final gamble. Lee decides on one last desperate strike, aiming for the very center of the Union line at Cemetery Ridge. At 1 p.m., 150 Confederate cannons open fire, the largest artillery bombardment in the history of the continent. The earth shakes for miles. Then, the silence is broken by a low roar as 12,000 Confederate soldiers emerge from the tree line. They must march across a mile of open field, exposed to every gun the Union has. This is Pickett's charge. As they reach the angle at the stone wall, the Union infantry unleashes a wall of lead. For a brief moment, the Confederate flags wave over the Union wall, but it isn't enough. The charge is shattered, and thousands fall in minutes. Lee watches from the woods as the remnants of his army limp back, his dreams of a Northern victory dying in the Pennsylvania dirt. The numbers are staggering: 51,000 casualties in just 3 days. Lee begins a somber retreat to Virginia, never to invade the North again. The high water mark of the Confederacy has been reached, and the tide has finally turned.